Least common multiple, LCM with variables. To find the LCM with variables, we're going to use all the unique factors. And we're going to assign the highest exponent to each variable. So let's take a look at our examples. In example 1, we don't have any numbers, and so we can think of the variables as actually being in a prime factored form. So all we have to do is write down each unique letter. So our unique letters, or in other words our factors, are A, B, C, and D. And then we're going to write down the highest exponent for each. So when we look at our A's, we have a 3 and a 2. So our highest exponent is going to be 3. We look at our B's, we have a 2 and a 7 for our exponents. So our highest exponent is 7. We look at our C, we only have one C, so our highest exponent is whatever is on that C, and in this case it's 1, or because you don't see it, it's understood to be there. And then we have a D, and again we only have one, so our highest exponent is going to be 2. So this would be our LCD. There's no multiplying to get this because we don't have any numbers. And I would probably write this as A cubed, B to the 7th, C, D squared, because the 1 is always understood for the exponent. Now in example 2, we do have numbers. So what we probably want to do before we do anything else is to do our prime factorization for each number. So for 6, our prime factorization is going to be 2 times 3. For 8, we have 2, we can think of that as 4, and then 4 is 2 times 2, so we would have 2 times 2 times 2, or in other words, 2 to the 3rd power. We want to write it in exponential form. So now we're going to write down all unique factors. That will include each unique number as well as each unique variable. So we have 2's, we have 3's. For our variables, we have X, and we have Y. And now we look at the highest exponent for each unique factor. For our 2's, we have a exponent of 1 and 3, so our highest exponent would be 3. For our factor of 3, our highest exponent is 1, so our highest exponent is 1. When we look at our x's, we have exponents of 2 and 3, so our highest exponent would be 3. Oh, I missed my z. Our highest exponent for y is 2, and then we have a z that I forgot to write down. And since the highest exponent for z is 1, that's what our highest exponent for LCM is. So now, for the LCM here, we need to multiply out their numbers. 2 cubed, if you remember back from what we did earlier, is 8. So we have 8 times 3, which would be 24. And then we just write down the variable parts for this. So we would have x cubed, y squared, and the z. And so that is our LCM.